Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is Tariq Amin, lecturer, Department of English, Kuwait University of Science and Technology, Kuwait. This is video number 1 of the lecture number 25, and our today's topic is use of dictionary. Let's have a look at the lecture outlines of today's class. In today's class, we are going to read about dictionary. We will discuss what is a dictionary. After that, we will discuss the history of dictionary, and at the very end of the class we will discuss some of the types of dictionaries. Let's discuss what is a dictionary. A dictionary is a reference book. First of all, it must be kept in mind that a dictionary is a reference book. Most of the time when we stuck in the meaning of different words, we refer to it. It is basically a reference book. And you should know what a reference book is. A dictionary is a reference book containing words, usually arranged in alphabetical order, and it gives information about their meaning. It gives information about the meaning of the words. It gives information about the pronunciation of the words. It gives meaning about the etymology of words, and it gives meaning about the uses of these different words. So it is actually a reference book. It is a reference book, and in this reference book we find different words. We find large number of words, and those words are arranged in alphabetical order. They are arranged in alphabetical order, and this very arrangement helps us find a word easily in the dictionary. Alphabetical order helps us easily find a word in a dictionary, and it gives information about, and it gives lots of information about the different aspects of words. First of all, it gives information about the meaning of words, and it also helps us in learning pronunciation of words. For example, if you are don't know the meaning of the word tree, you can look at you can check the meaning of this word in dictionary tree, and after that you can check its pronunciation as well. The dictionary also contains information about the pronunciation of words as well, and after that the dictionary also contains etymology of words. For example, etymology refers to the history and origin of words. It also tells you about the first usage of word, and also tells you about the history of words. It also contain information about the history of words and uses. It also help you know the different uses of words. For example, how does it is used as a verb, how is it used as a noun, how is it used as an adverb, etc. It tells you the different uses of verbs, of different words as nouns, as verbs, and as adjectives, etc., and their meaning too. Where did dictionaries come from? What is the history of dictionary? When did the first dictionary was developed? The first recognized English dictionary appeared in England in 1721. It was developed in England in 1721, about 280 years ago. And who did develop it? The best known early dictionary, however, was developed in 1755 by Samuel Johnson in England. It was developed by Samuel Johnson in 1755 in England, and it was published in 1755. He recorded and defined, he first of all recorded different words and defined those words that he read and heard every day. Is one dictionary better than another dictionary? Can we say that one dictionary is better than another dictionary? Because there are lots of dictionaries, large number of dictionaries. There are many types of dictionaries. But can we say that one dictionary is better than another? This is a big question. Yes, no. We can't say that one dictionary is better than another dictionary. Why? What could be the question, the answer of why? Why one dictionary is not better than another dictionary? Because every dictionary is developed for a specific purpose. For example, if we look at the dictionary of literary term, it is developed for one purpose. It is developed for the students of literature. The students of literature will find this dictionary of literary terms very better for them, the best for them, and in contrast to the students of literature, the students of physics or biological sciences or physical sciences will not find this dictionary best for them because this is not developed for them. So this dictionary, the dictionary for literary term, dictionary of literary term is best for the students of literature, whereas it is not best for the students of biological sciences or physical sciences. Because every dictionary is developed for a specific purpose. Same as the case with Oxford Learners Dictionaries, Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionaries, and there are dictionaries that are made for native speakers. Look at your purpose. You should always look at your purpose behind consulting a dictionary, and you should consult a dictionary. You should select a dictionary in accordance with the purpose, in accordance with your purpose. Which dictionary should I buy? This is most of the time people ask this question, that which dictionary should I buy? So before you buy a dictionary, look at it carefully. You need to look at it carefully. Are the letters big enough? You need to keep in mind these points. The first point is, are the letters big enough to read easily? Are the letters big enough to read easily? Can you read the letters written in the dictionary easily? If you can read it easily, it is a good dictionary for you. Apart from the letters, you should also see whether it contains all the information that you need. Does it contain all the kinds of information you need? If it does not contain all the types of information, it is not best for you. The best example for it is, for example, you want to improve your pronunciation. You want to improve your pronunciation. So this is the kind of information that you need. If a dictionary does not provide pronunciation of different words, that dictionary is not best for you. Does it have clear diagrams of plants, animals, etc.? If you are interested in learning words through pictures, diagrams, you should look at the dictionary that whether it contains diagrams of plants, animals, and different objects or not. If it contains the different clear diagrams of plants, animals, and other objects that you need, it is best for you. If it doesn't contain such diagrams, it is not fit for you. Are the definitions clear? Yes, this is also one of the important points. Are the definitions clear? Are the definitions of the words clear? If the definitions are clear, the dictionary is a good dictionary. And if the definitions are not clear, the dictionary is not a good one. So these were some of the main points that you need to keep in mind while buying a dictionary. When should I use a dictionary? Yes, this is also one of the another questions. Use the dictionary often. Most of the time, use dictionary. Whenever you are stuck in the meaning of word, pronunciation of word, when you don't know the meaning of word, pronunciation of word, its use in different sentences, consult dictionary for it. Whenever you are unsure about a word, look it up. If you not sure about the meaning of a word, look the dictionary. People judge you by how well you spell and use words. People always, when you speak in front of different people or when you write something, people judge you how well you spell and how well you use words. So dictionary can help you spell well, and dictionary can help you use words in a best possible manner, in a best possible way. Now, there are some types of dictionaries. The very first type is monolingual dictionaries versus bilingual dictionaries. Their name suggests that monolingual dictionaries are the dictionaries that contain one language, and bilingual dictionaries are the dictionaries that contains two languages. Let's discuss them. Monolingual dictionaries are written in one language. They are written in one language. That is why they are called monolingual dictionaries. Mono means one, lingual means language, one language dictionaries. While bilingual dictionaries are written in two languages. Bi means two, lingual means language. It means two language dictionaries. Two language means dictionaries that are written in two languages. Monolingual dictionaries versus bilingual dictionaries. Bilingual dictionaries are of two types. Bilingual dictionaries are of two types. The very first one is that the entries in which the entries are defined and explained in the same language with translations. This is first type, and another type is that in which the entries are defined in one language and given their foreign equivalents, and also given their meaning is given in one language, and apart from their meaning their equivalents, foreign equivalents, are also given. Whereas in the first type, such in such type of dictionaries, entries are defined and they are explained in the same language with translation. They are explained in the same language as well, and they are explained in the other language as well. Linguistic and encyclopedic dictionaries. Linguistic dictionaries aim at providing linguistic information about the headwords. They give information regarding linguistic aspects of the headwords, such as pronunciation. This is linguistic aspect. Spelling is also linguistic aspect. Meaning is also linguistic aspect, and part of speeches, etc. is another linguistic object. So linguistic dictionaries provide linguistic information about the headwords, whereas encyclopedic dictionaries are of two kinds. The very first kind is encyclopedia. This is the first type of encyclopedic dictionary, and they provide encyclopedic information about the head word. They don't provide linguistic information, rather they provide encyclopedic information about the head words. The second type is encyclopedic dictionary, and they share the characteristics of both a linguistic dictionary and an encyclopedia. So encyclopedic dictionaries provide both the kind of information. They provide linguistic information as well as encyclopedic information. They share the characteristics of both the kind of encyclopedic dictionaries. Unabridged disk and pocket dictionaries. These dictionaries, it is a complete record of all the words in use. It is a complete record of all the words in use, though in fact it is not. So such a kind of dictionaries contain a complete record of all the words in use in a particular language. A disk dictionary is a medium-sized dictionary. It is a medium-sized dictionary. It is neither small dictionary nor very large dictionary. It is medium-sized dictionary. That is why it is called disk dictionary, which usually has a vocabulary of about 50,000 to 1,50,000 words. It contains about 50,000 to 1,50,000 words. And pocket dictionary is a small dictionary. It usually contains vocabulary of less than 50,000 words. That is why it is a pocket dictionary. You can carry it in your pocket. These are small dictionaries, and they contain around 50,000 words. They are small dictionaries. That is why they are called pocket dictionaries. A pocket dictionary usually provides only the information related to pronunciation and spelling. They only provide information related to pronunciation and spelling. They don't provide information about other aspects of words, such as their use, such as their etymology, such as their use in different contexts, their parts of speech. They only provide information about their pronunciation and spelling. Now, specialized dictionaries usually focus on one area of knowledge. That is why they are called specialized dictionaries, because they focus on only one area of knowledge, one aspect of word. They provide detailed information in a particular subject, just a particular subject. For example, its subject can be any subject, such as linguistics, literature, biology, etc. That is why they are called specialized dictionaries. So in today's class, we discussed what is dictionary, we discussed history of dictionary, we discussed what kind of dictionaries should we prefer, we discussed when should we consult dictionary. After that, we discussed some of the types of dictionaries such as monolingual dictionaries, bilingual dictionaries, and we discussed the different kinds of bilingual dictionaries. We discussed linguistic dictionaries and encyclopedic dictionaries, and at the end we discussed specialized dictionaries. Thank you. You can consult. This is the reference dictionaries and its types. It was retrieved on January 21, 2020. Thank you very much for listening to the video. Allah Hafiz.